Hello, are you looking for poems that have great emotional impact, but maybe right now you don't have the mental funds to invest in a more significant work? Then you might want to look at one master of the poetic golden nugget, Emily Dickinson. I want to share two poems with you that I really enjoy, and I think you will too. So for each poem, I'll read it so that we can get acquainted with it. Then I'll explain what I think is going on in the poem. Then I'll read it again, and hopefully with the reading after the discussion, we'll be struck by it. We'll be able to feel something if that hadn't happened at the first reading. Go ahead and use the comments area below if you want to ask me anything about the poem, or if you want to discuss among yourselves the poem. I'm just guessing what you might be wondering about, and you might be wondering about something completely different. All right, so let's start. The first poem is on the bleakness of my lot. She didn't really have titles for poems, but that's the first line. On the bleakness of my lot, bloom I strove to raise. Late, my acre of a rock yielded grape and maize. Soil of flint, if steadfast tilled, will reward the hand. Seed of palm by Libyan sun, fructified in sand. So what strikes me first about the poem is the use of vivid and exotic nouns. So we've got acre of a rock to stand for the bleak condition, the bad situation. We've got grape and maize to stand for growth, for development. We've got soil of flint also to stand for the harsh conditions, the bleak situation. And Libyan sun that does the same. And as this little argument progresses, we have these striking images that really anchor it in our minds. I think this is a don't give up poem, or a don't let adversity get you down poem. She uses the imagery of plants that can develop and grow despite adverse conditions, which she describes as the bleak lot. In the first stanza, the narrator reports she's done it. She was able to make the best out of the situation, and it worked. And the last stanza generalizes on this, saying, if you do this, then you'll be rewarded. If you work hard to make the best out of a situation that seems quite bleak, you'll be rewarded anyway. Keep tilling is the moral, I think, of this little poem. So here it is again. On the bleakness of my lot, bloom I strove to raise. Late, my acre of a rock yielded grape and maize. Soil of flint, if steadfast tilled, will reward the hand. Seed of palm by Libyan sun, fructified in sand. The second poem is Success is Counted Sweetest. Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory as he, defeated, dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph break, agonized and clear. So this poem, I think, deserves a little more discussion than the other one. In the world of the poem, there are two poles. There are the achievers on one side, here in the poem as the purple host who took the flag, and on the other pole are the losers, the defeated, to use the terminology in the poem. And the point of view of this poem is from the defeated. And the argument is that victory is most clearly understood or appreciated by the losers. Is this true? Well, I think from a certain perspective, yes. To not have something that is of value, you might be able to better understand the value. A simple example could be food when you're hungry, or think about created wealth versus inherited wealth. You hear about heirs wasting their inheritance. That's not to say that someone who succeeds is automatically ignorant or unappreciative of the value. In the case of the heir, he can learn the importance and the value of money, but still, not having something gives you a sharp experience that you can draw on to help you inform your appreciation of the value. And it's in this way that I think she's right. Also, consider, how does attaining something feel? You feel satisfied, you feel clean, you feel at peace, you feel happy. I mean, think about this. How concerned are you with the food you've just eaten, which your hunger drove you to eat? Not very concerned, right? It's over, it's finished, the food's gone. Now you're ready for the next thing. So she's presenting this as a battle. And I don't think that means that when we're thinking about success, that necessarily has to require winners and losers. The battle here is simply meant to stand for the fact that these are not small values. These are great values. There are enormous things at stake, and losing means dying in some way, dying actually or dying spiritually, a tragic loss, for example. And also, the imagery of the battle makes the losing even more painful for the losers. I mean, the losers in the poem hear the winner's jubilation, right? It haunts them. The distant strains of triumph. How does it feel to them? It's agonizing. It's so painful. So an example could be someone who's lost a spouse, who then sees a couple together enjoying each other's company. So this idea of the battle, it adds another layer, not only of not having, but witnessing others enjoying that thing that one can't enjoy for whatever reason. So here is success is counted sweetest again. Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory as he defeated, dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph break, agonized and clear. I hope you enjoy those two poems as much as I do. Leave some feedback, ask a question, that would be great. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, bye.